here. Welcome to Davison After Dark, the live interactive talk show from my living room to yours, typically shot in front of the fan wall. You can get on this here fan wall for a $30 super chat tip. And if you want to buy the designation of the prettiest girl in the room, all you have to do is tip me $5 in super chat tips during the broadcast. I don't know why I paused. I was like, during the duration of the broadcast, who am I? Where am I? My name is Davison, guys. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, because I go live pretty much every single day talking about various hot topics on the web, like Logan Paul's hot body. Now, I have made so many videos about Logan Paul before, guys. I was a member of the Logang. I don't know if I'm still a member of the Logang. I find Logan Paul very attractive, especially his torso, so just to get that out there, full disclosure. And of course, I've been following the drama that's been unfolding the past couple of months. My history with him started when I did a project where I tried to become Logan Paul for a week to understand his popularity. And at first, I thought he was juvenile and that his content was pretty obnoxious and destined mostly for kids. But after following him for a week and trying to vlog like him for a week, I developed an appreciation for him. And I realized that, again, like I said before, he's got a banging bod. So I wanted to talk today about his return to YouTube, because he's now put up 2 vlogs, both of which have been age restricted, which seems pretty weird, right? Because usually it takes a lot to get age restricted. Usually you have to have something that's sort of sexual or it's dangerous content in some way. But we know that YouTube's been becoming a bit more strict when it comes to the application of their community guidelines. So it's possible that it's easier to trigger an age restriction now. But to talk about his first vlog and why I think it got age restricted, though it now appears as if that age restriction was lifted, in his return to YouTube vlog, Logan Paul draws a giant penis that he wish he had, maybe. He draws a giant penis in the sand. So I don't know if, because his vlogs are for kids, you know, you're not allowed to show sexual imagery to children, and the penis is erect. I mean, it is a sand penis, but it's a penis nonetheless. So I don't know if that's what first gave him the age restriction, or if it's just that so many people are still mad at Logan that they keep flagging him repeatedly. So he ends up age restricted and then they review it after the fact. It used to be that people couldn't just, you know, flag you left, right, and center and you'd automatically get an age restriction. Always someone would at least give it a first look. But it seems like now when it comes to Logan, YouTube believes the community. So I think the community is starting to abuse their flagging powers, which isn't cool. That said, I mean, there was a giant penis in his return to YouTube. There was swearing in his return to YouTube. Basically, it said he wasn't going to be fucking lame and he was going to get back to being a savage. I think his return to YouTube was acceptable. I mean, it was cool that he teased his whole return to YouTube vlog with a teaser trailer that resembled a movie trailer with that kind of movie guy voice, like, oh, look, it's a man. No, it's a boy who is also a giant chotch, and he was disgraced by YouTube and now has become a peasant, but he's back to be more savage and crazy than ever. I mean, you know, and he was shirtless. That's another thing that I was thinking about in terms of age restrictions, by the way. I was like, oh, Logan was half naked for a good 2 minutes. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. You're also in my thumbnail half naked. Am I allowed to objectify Logan? I don't think so. Is it acceptable to objectify someone that you don't know that hasn't consented to? I don't know, but do I objectify him naturally? Does my uterus go, wow, that is great? Yes. And I had said, when people were poking fun at his return to YouTube vlog on YouTube, they're like, oh my God, this is obnoxious. He's learned nothing. All he cares about is engagement. He doesn't care if he's hated. He's still vlogging in a really childish, juvenile way. He hasn't changed. I was like, okay, maybe, yeah, his return to YouTube vlog was still his, you know, on brand in terms of his juvenile humor. But hey, I'd watch 20 minutes of him crawling through the mud shirtless. I ain't gonna lie. Logan could be saying anything. I mean, with the exception of really hateful stuff, but he could be, you know, being his usual juvenile, obnoxious self, and I would sit back and watch that whole thing if he was dirty and not wearing a shirt. But anyhow, back to the age restriction thing, because none of you guys want to hear about that. Maybe there's some girls here. I know, who's here before? There's a couple girls who were watching this before with me, and they agreed with me. Was one of their names Maria? I can't remember her name, but she was like, yeah, I'm down. I'm down with Logan's bod. I agree with you, girl. Boys watching this, you're like, what are you even talking about? We don't understand. But just take how you feel when you look at Sniper Wolf in a low-cut shirt, or Azzyland in a low-cut shirt, or Nicole Arbor in a low-cut, or me, even though today, by the way, guys, I'm not even kidding you, I'm wearing 4 shirts. It is that cold. I'm wearing a tank top, I'm wearing a fucking t-shirt, I'm wearing a sweater, and I'm wearing a man's sweatshirt. So there's no cleavage today. I might be drooling, but there's no cleavage. Or me in a low-cut shirt. And you would appreciate it. Half of your brain stops working, right? So that's seriously the way I feel about Logan. Literally, the rational part of my brain is like, it don't matter what you do, honey. You is fine. But I don't think he got age restricted for his nipples or being shirtless. I truly think it's just that the community wants to get back at him, the ones that hate him, that want to see his downfall, or that think he should be punished more for the crappy things he did in Japan. And eventually YouTube is going to catch on to it and realize that community flagging, I'm sorry, most of the time is a complete waste of time and it's abused. We do need to notify YouTube when there's porn uploaded or there's violent gore. And yes, of course, his Japan vlog deserved to get age removed, not just age restricted, removed. But flagging is a tool of trolls, guys, and it's not cool. There's got to be a happy medium. If anything, someone at Logan's size, you know what, guys? His vlogs should be reviewed by YouTube before they go live. He doesn't work on such a tight schedule that can't happen. Fucking would take an employee, what, fucking 10 fucking minutes at double time to watch one of his fucking, pardon all my F-bombs, but one of his fucking vlogs. Why the fuck aren't they doing that? Talk about fucking lazy. Take the top, 1% YouTube and assign a fucking employee to their channel to watch their content and then be done with this flagging bullshit. Can we flag television shows? No. So we shouldn't be able to flag people at the top of YouTube. It's kind of preposterous. And if anything, if they made us all sign a document, that was very clear as to what we're allowed to do and what, not allowed to do, I think that would make us abide by rules a little bit better. And all this flagging stuff would just stop wasting everyone's time. So the most recent videos, to get to that, and then I will get to audience comments. I see that Steven's here. I see that Efrain's here. So the next follow-up vlog that Logan released today talked about how KSI had challenged either one of the Pauls, meaning probably Jake Paul or Logan Paul, to a boxing match. KSI fought another YouTuber and won recently. It was like a huge event that I missed out on. I actually have no idea who KSI is. I don't watch his stuff. But that can be said for most young male vloggers on YouTube that don't look great shirtless. I don't pay attention to them. Find me more male vloggers who look great shirtless. Find me another male vlogger who's preferably 10 years older than Logan, who looks as good as he does shirtless. Please, for my sanity, and make him accessible. What I find frustrating about Logan is that any other YouTuber that I've ever wanted to meet, I can meet, but Logan, I can't. But I don't think it would be appropriate anyways. I am far too old for his ass. But anyhow, that's a challenge to my audience. Emma, find me another cute male vlogger who's preferably between 30 and 40 that looks as good as Logan without a shirt. That's my challenge to you. Tyrone Magnus. Who the hell is Tyrone Magnus? Magnus sounds like a porn name. Tyrone Magnus. This is gonna. And Blind Fox says, I look pretty good shirtless, like a sexy skeleton man. I like sexy skeleton men. You never know, we might be a cougar chaser. I'm finally the age of a cougar. I'm so disappointed that I am, but at least I'm alive. But a cougar, if it's not a creepy cougar, like if you're a quality cougar, it's okay to be a cougar. It's just if you say a woman's a cougar and she looks like she smokes 10 packs of cigarettes a day and hangs out at the local bar at 3 p.m. and she's on her 4th beer and she smells like old Cheetos. Like that's the type of cougar you don't want to be, and wears spandex, and her ass almost looks good in the spandex, but it's like half filled with cottage cheese, even though she's 120 pounds. Like that's the type of cougar I really don't want to be. But the good thing is that I'm not an alcoholic, I don't smoke, and I rarely eat Cheetos. And I don't own enough leopard print spandex to torture the world with my lumps. So we're good. Anyhow, back to the Logan Pauls. Yes, Ephraim says I met those. We've all met those lovely cougars. Emma, are you new here, by the way? Emma's gone to research sexy male vloggers for me. Thank you so much. There's a dearth of shirtless sexy male vloggers. I don't want that vegan guy. Like John Venus is pretty good looking, I think his name is, but he just doesn't do it for me like Logan does. Why? Anyhow, back to Logan's vlog. So KSI challenged one of the Pauls. The Pauls countered with a $50,000 offer for their dad to fight KSI. For some reason, in the photo where they responded to KSI, the dad's wearing a blonde wig. I don't get that, but whatever. Logan Paul's dad previously had a heart attack, so I'm not so sure it's such a great idea that he boxes KSI. These matches could be staged. That's very possible. I think that Logan actually doesn't want to get in a boxing match because he has had a head injury of some sort that he refuses to discuss. Now, Logan Paul has like a titanium plate in his head, and I find that like very interesting to know. Does it explain his bizarre, unfiltered behavior? I don't know, but he never fully disclosed like what injury he sustained to get a plate in his head. Was he born with water on the brain and they had to cut a little hole in his head? Did he have a brain tumor? Did his father punch him in the head? Which is why his father's capable of fighting KSI. Because this is the one thing I've often thought, that Logan and Jake must have been raised pretty rough to be as daring as they are and unafraid of getting hurt. Like that's unusual the way that they behave, throwing plates. In the vlog today, they were doing weird shit with dirt bikes that a sane person wouldn't do. You don't try to spin around on the grass on dirt bikes. And then Logan Paul, you can see him at the end, he flew off the dirt bike. Logan's almost died, I would think, probably like 4 or 5 times vlogging. So I don't know, I've often wondered if their father really was rough with them and that sort of, I don't know, fucked them up a bit. But I don't know, this is speculation. Maybe their father just fought with them and it ends there. But yeah, I want to know more about Logan's head injury. It's really weird that he doesn't just say, oh, I got a plate in my head because I fell on a table, or I got a plate in my head because it was, I fell over during football. If he's not talking about it, there must be some sort of like embarrassing reason why. Or it's, like I said, some sort of dark familial reason that his father bashed him in the head, which he never wants getting out. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. Just putting that out there. Blind Fox says, my grandfather left me in the woods with a knife in a canteen when I was 12 and I didn't end up like that. But did your grandfather beat you up? No. No, your grandfather did not beat you up. Sean says, nah, he's not abnormal. Most guys are like that when they're young. My son isn't like that. He doesn't ride off on a dirt bike and try to do 360s or try to do drifting in his non-existent car. I mean, mind you, I'm a very neurotic parent. I'm like, you're going to hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Be careful. What are you doing? He does disobey me. That's it. He does not wear warm enough coats in the winter. He walks outside in flip-flops when it's -5. Don't wear flip-flops when it's -5. I'm afraid of knocking things over. He isn't. But part of that is like the inexperience of youth. You haven't been hurt enough to truly feel or fear what may happen to you. So I have the burden of experience, and that makes me, less likely to take risks. And I guess testosterone when you're younger, right, Sean? That makes you take more risks. No, I think Logan Paul and Jake Paul, that said, they take far more risks than the average human being, and that's why they're as successful as they are. They're willing to go all the way, and sometimes they go too far, hurt themselves, or offend the entire internet. Jaron says, I wear flip-flops when it's -5. Stop doing that. Unless you're at a Nordic spa, you are gonna put yourself at risk for some frostbite on your big through little piggy. That is not a good idea, Jaron. I do not approve. Sean says, when I was that age, I was a nutso and thought I was invincible. Even I think I was a bit of a nutso, even more than the nutso I am now. When I was 18, like I dated far more guys. I got drunk in irresponsible ways. I'd go out alone till 3 in the morning. Would I do any of that now? No. Anytime I see a guy on Tinder, I'm like, let's, in your head, visualize what this man is going to look like in 20 years and how he's going to disappoint you. And then I'm just like, it's not even worth it. And then I go back to watching videos of Logan Paul shirtless. I should just make a fan edit of Logan Paul shirtless. I think that's where this is headed. I'm sure it would do really well. I'll just be like, montage, Logan Paul shirtless slow-mo, creepy cougar edition. Blind Fox says, wow, what a healthy mindset. Well, it's actually more wise when you're looking at prospective partners to go, how will you disappoint me? Like, what is fucked up about you? Not like, oh, when you're younger, you're like, oh, it's going to be magical. And then we're going to have all these dates and I'm going to feel this love that never dies. And I'm just going to tingle from head to toe for the rest of my life. And we'll always have great sex and we'll never get bored of one another. And the reality hits, just kind of like getting smacked too many times and you're afraid to take physical risks. Then you get fucked over by 18, 20,000 men and you're like, this doesn't even exist. So it's like you look at a man and you're like, what you gonna bring to me? It better be good. And if it's just your torso, I don't care if it lasts a week. I don't care, because that's better. That's better than seeing you fade until you're 60 and you disappoint me every single day and I put up with your ass. Thank you. I mean, it goes both ways. I'm sure some men feel that way about women, right? Exactly. Hey, they're pretty. Wonder how they'll disappoint me. You know what? I'm sure, like I said, as you get older, I mean, you could think that way even too about like friendships. Like you have to start realizing that everybody has limitations and no relationship typically lasts forever. But then it's finding the person that has like the most acceptable ratio of like limitations to positive traits to let into your life. Anyhow, we've gone way, way off topic. I'm sort of half joking, guys. Not die. Emma, did you find me a cute male vlogger who's over 30? Who looks good shirtless? So Moldman says if he gets too close to a microwave, he does. Sean Vanderwilt. Wait, isn't Sean Vanderwilt, like, isn't he Trisha Paytas's ex-boyfriend? And yeah, back to what you said, Blind Fox. Don't diss sexy skeletons. Then men are fine. Sean Vanderbilt. I mean, I'll say that he's an attractive man, but he's not my type, and I think that he likes men. He doesn't like women. Oh, there's Shalendra. Yeah, I think Sean Vanderwilt, he's gay. So why would I mean, I think a lot of gay men are beautiful, but it kind of ruins the fantasy a little bit. Yup says, how did I get here? We are talking about Logan Paul getting age restricted all the time in his most recent return to vlogging. So today, and I have gone way off topic because I'm talking about, can you find me another vlogger that looks as good as Logan Paul does shirtless, who is preferably between the age of 30 and even 50, because liking someone who's like 22 is very irresponsible when you reach my age. I found someone else. Oh, okay, who? Saif says, I like Connor Murphy. He's funny and his content is not bad. Connor Murphy, I'll have to look him up. Thank you for that suggestion. Is Yup still here? Interesting. Okay, so back to Logan Paul's vlog for today. His fish almost died, so he went swimming with his fishes. Yeah, swim with the fishes, haha, is actually, you know, as we all know, that means metaphorically when you swim with the fishes, the mafia's killed you and they dump you in the ocean so nobody discovers your body. But that's not what he meant, I don't think. I don't think the vlog went that deep. He broke some plates. So he's like back to his usual self, but the vlog is age restricted. And the only thing I can think of is that he kept calling KSI a bitch in the vlog today. But it's, again, it's just the community flagging him, and YouTube is not taking any chances, and they're not doing their job in terms of reviewing his content before it even goes live. So I think probably his age restriction today will get removed by tonight or tomorrow, because you're allowed to say bitch on YouTube and not be age restricted. He does also tase some rats in his vlog, so he uses a weapon. I don't know if that means you get age restricted. So he really is, Logan, back to his crazy antics. Nothing has changed. His vlogs are the same. He's still plugging his merch. I mean, it feels sort of anticlimactic, to be perfectly honest, his return to YouTube. Like, I wanted to feel more gripped by it, or I was hoping that he would like maintain this higher level of content like he showed when he did the suicide awareness video where he interviewed the guy who jumped off a bridge and survived. But he hasn't, and I guess the reason he isn't is because to maintain that level of production quality would be extremely expensive and time consuming, and if you're daily vlogging, you just can't do that. So I'm gonna go back to the audience. Oh, I love you too, Emma. I love anybody that shows up and hangs out with me every day. It's fun. By the way, guys, just as a reminder, $5 to get the designation of the prettiest girl in the room for this broadcast, if you tip me $5. If you like me, even $1 helps. If you want to be on the wall, it's $30. Used to be 20, then it was 25, now it's 30 US, because it's very time consuming to paint these spots, and the spots are limited now. I will definitely be making a high resolution print available of this wall when it's finished. I anticipate it's going to be finished within like a couple months, so we'll see where that heads. And I do accept dares or ask me anythings for $5, and I have to answer. I won't necessarily do the dare though, because like I said, I'm a weak cougar, and I have to maintain my cougar claws so I can latch on to more 22-year-old men who look great shirtless, and then maybe give them a little scratch down their back. And maybe he's freaky enough that he would like a deep scratch, so it's like a permanent scar. I don't know. We'd have to see. It could be great material for a vlog. I talk about Logan Paul because I'm like, you know, you got to do what you love, right? I mean, I follow him obsessively, so I'm like, even if you guys might be like, I don't care, I don't watch his shit, as Respirago said before, I have to talk about it. And it's easy to talk about the things that you love, right? So I was like, let's just go for it. Until I tire of Logan Paul and his age restrictions, and I can think of more ways. Logan, here's an offer. If you want to actually legitimately be age restricted, I'm your woman. I'm here for you, bro. I'll help you out. I can think of about 100 ways that I could get you age restricted. I'm not a stalker. I am not a stalker. A stalker would be showing up to his house unannounced. A stalker would be consistently tweeting at him and having him ignore me. Making videos about him, it just makes me a fan, but I don't want to think of myself as a fan. Like I said before, what's frustrating is that any YouTuber that I want to meet, because I'm 1 degree of separation from anyone, I'm 1 degree of separation from Logan Paul. I could bug a couple people and get into contact with him. Will I? No. Again, I'm not a stalker. I'd rather meet him organically. Hi, Taran. No, stalkers don't, I just like his content. It's one of the hottest topics on YouTube right now, so why not go there, right? And I have another topic I want to talk about later. I don't know if I'm going to go live to talk about it, but the ex-girlfriend of Shane Dawson might be getting plastic surgery. Her name is Lizbug on YouTube, and Lizbug is a really cute girl. Like, she looks younger than she is. Like I look a little younger than I am. Lizbug, she's 35, and honest to God, if she would have told me she was 27, I'd believe her, or even 25. Like, she does not look 35. That said, I think we've historically had a really distorted perception of what someone who's 35 looks like. I think you still look pretty young until you're in your mid-40s. If you maintain your weight, you know, don't do drugs and alcohol and all that crazy stuff in excess, and you stay, you know, you eat a healthy diet and get enough sleep, you pretty much, like, I look almost the same as when I was, I would say 27, 28. The only differences I noticed are, like, you know, I have decreased volume beneath my eyes. I have a few deeper wrinkles, but I mostly look the same. So the same thing applies to Lizbug. So Lizbug has done 2 vlogs now where she's talked about getting plastic surgery, and she's gone to the plastic surgeon that does procedures for the Kardashians. Hi, Mr. Chaos. I look very young. Well, thank you. It's partially the lighting. I'm cheating a little bit. I also had dyed my hair purple for my 40th birthday. Tell us, Bug, I said hi. Just another child that will need mental help. Yes, I do remember. I do remember you, Mr. Chaos. What? Kylie Jenner had a baby. Oh, yes. So, okay, so I want to meet YouTubers, says Emma. Well, you should go to like VidCon or Playlist Live and you will meet them. You sound more like a groupie. No, Sean, you're just jealous. You're just jealous because I got the passion for the Logan. No, in my case, I am an established YouTuber. I mean, I have 56,000 subscribers on my main channel or over. I am going to hit 100,000. So I'm not just a groupie would be willing to do whatever and pursue and the person at all costs. Like I said before, anytime I developed an interest in a YouTuber before, I just find ways to like meet them in person and see if I was compatible with them. And I met a couple of the guys that I thought were cool, and it turned out that we were not compatible. One of them, one of them, we was like, we texted on and off for years and it just nothing ever happened, and we're still like friends, but whatever. And this is a pretty prominent YouTuber. And then there's another one that I really liked, but he didn't like me back. And now he's, I don't know if he's married now. He was engaged at a certain, maybe he's married. Is he married? I don't know, whatever. I don't follow him since it didn't work out. And then there's another one who wasn't who I thought he was and is actually really judgmental despite being really talented and open-minded. And then there's a couple other two, and one of them is like a really funny guy, but he's a massive fucking jerk, and that's his issue, and that's why he's always single. Anyhow, there's a bunch of them that I like considered and met, and that it just, you know, because I do the same fucking job. It doesn't matter if you have 5 million subscribers or 12. If you're doing it every single day or every week, complicated productions that are heavily edited, and you are, you're making money at doing YouTube, you're doing it professionally, such as myself, you're a part of the industry. You're not, so I think the whole groupie thing no longer applies. So that's the way I see myself here. But the only reason why I'm being so vocal and talking about Logan, as opposed to these other guys who I haven't even identified, right, is partially because I know that the chances of me ever meeting him are slim. He's also incredibly young relative to me. And like, I don't know. Right now, he's more of a topic than a reality versus the other people were attainable. So it's really weird. Emma says, I want to be a YouTuber. Well, how you become a YouTuber is first, you go insane. And then 2, you pick up a video camera. And 3, you record your insanity. It's that simple. No, I'm joking. No, how you become a YouTuber is you just start making fucking content. And you do it thousands of times. And you act like a savage when you do it. Hey, yo, Logan, what's poppin'? I will do that. Yeah, do it, Emma. For profit. Well, you profit. Hey, guys, for me to start profiting on YouTube, it took me years. Like, it took me until, I would say, 2010 to start making money. That's when I became a member of the partner program. But then to make, thousands of dollars a month, it was only as of the last couple of years that I started to do that. And I did it through different ways. It wasn't just my videos being uploaded to YouTube. I also had a relationship with the Daily Mail wherein they would buy the rights to my videos and then pay me $500 or more US to license my content to play on the Daily Mail for a couple of years, for instance. And then I was also making the ad revenue on YouTube. And I have had a Patreon for a while, and I was making $100 or so bucks a month with that for a long time, but I was mailing people photos and perks, and I realized that that was really draining because mailing a lot of people's stuff is it takes packaging it and then going to the post office, and the amount of money I was making didn't justify it. So then I switched over to eventually doing rentals of my content, and that's when it became very lucrative. I've rented, I think, over 2,000 copies of my videos on YouTube, but unfortunately, they ended the rental program last year, which is so stupid. Although people can still rent my videos. They told me that they were ending the ability for people to rent on January the 1st, but for some reason you can still rent my videos. I don't know. YouTube's never consistent. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing half the time. But yeah, so then it took me not only negotiating licensing deals, but then, always maintaining my ad revenue, not just on one channel. I've always maintained 2 channels specifically because I knew that you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. And it's worked out for me because if I get a strike on one, I don't get a strike on the other because they're two brand accounts. They're not linked. And I also have been able to develop two different styles on two different channels. Now this is my, going live and talking about current events. My other channels for far more produced content. And then back to like me making thousands of dollars, I then started to charge $10 a month on VidMe when YouTube went away. So that earned me over $5,000. And then recently I've moved everyone to Patreon, which, at its height, I had 300 people paying $10 a month minimum. Now I'm back down to, I think, like 255. But anyhow, I have really gone off topic, and sorry if this is annoying you, Emma. It took me, so now I've been on YouTube since 2008. It's been 10 years to get to the point where I'm making thousands of dollars a month. Finally not talking about Logan Paul. There's nothing wrong with talking about Logan Paul. I knew you're teasing me. That's what this broadcast is about, though. When I upload this, people are going to expect me to talk about Logan Paul, not about how much money I'm making. I mean, and if anything, Emma, develop a business plan. Like, know who you are, know what you like, and just make that kind of content. Going too, being too random with your content and inconsistent, it's not good. Like, part of my disadvantage with this channel is that it's not concretely one thing yet. Same thing with my main channel. I'm always funny and sexy on that channel, but I've suffered a little bit numbers-wise because I'm not clearly, say, a vegan YouTuber, or I'm not clearly just news like Philip DeFranco, or just a vlogger. So pick one thing that you can be. It doesn't have to be like everyone else. Quite frankly, you should be your own thing, your own flavor of whatever niche that you develop. But know what that is, and then immediately make merchandise available that has to do with your niche, and be very consistent with the days you upload. And you aren't going to be successful probably for at least a year. Be willing to even take 3 years of your life to get to the point where you're building fans. And I really don't feel like I had fans until 2015. So that was what? That was 8 years into me being a YouTuber. So it's a lot longer than you usually think. Like, sometimes people think, oh, success should be instantaneous or you're never going to be successful. That's absolutely not true. Most successes take at least 7 years of behind the scenes work. Logan Paul, very few people realize this. He had a channel with his brother when he was like a kid, and it was a massive failure. He had like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, and it was only once he joined Vine that he became successful there. And then he took that success and then he moved it over to YouTube. And it was only once he started daily vlogging that he became as huge as he is now. So Logan Paul's been on YouTube for like 12 years, like pretty much since like the beginning of YouTube. So just never expect instantaneous success. That said too, there's no such thing as success. There's reaching goals, but there's no such thing as success in the sense that you don't reach a point and you maintain it. You always have to work for it. Like, I always have to deliver the same level of quality or more, or people get bored of you. Someone does it better than you because they use your material and then iterate on it. Like, I feel like BuzzFeed did that to me to a certain extent. They did help me, but I did social experiments long before other people were doing it. But then other people have since done it higher production value or better. So, and only become a YouTuber if this is pretty much, you can become a YouTuber if you want to explore, if it's your life passion, but like, don't become a YouTuber people say this, and I always got mad at it, but I get it now. Don't just become a YouTuber for the money, because you'll fail, because it takes so much energy, effort, commitment, and dedication to achieve most things, that if you're in it for a quick buck, it's such a challenging system that you're unlikely to derive the quick buck, and you're going to get tired of it, because there's far easier ways to make money than YouTube. I can think of, like, even me just finding stocks that issue dividends and investing a couple grand in stocks that issue dividends, would probably net me more profit in a year than in the first 5 years of me being a YouTuber. But that said, I love YouTube so much. It's not negotiable. I'm not leaving. I will never leave. I will never quit. This is my everything. So Emma says, thank you so much, but I really want to be an actor. You can do both. Okay, so back to what people are saying. So Saif says, hey Davison, what's your opinion on the first meme of 2018? Do you know the way? Some say the meme's racist, while others say it's harmless fun. What is your opinion on this? I am your queen. We found the queen. Protect the queen. Worship the queen. I spit on you. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? You do not know the way. Protect the queen. Worship the queen. I am not the fake. I spit on you, yup yup. I am not the fake queen. I am the worship your queen. I see no worship for the queen. Do you know the way? You do not know the way. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? The way. Where is the way? Do you know the way? I love Ugandan Knuckles memes. I think they yup yups with me. Yup, you know the way. You protected the queen. Do I think it's racist? I no, because it doesn't. Is talking in a foreign accent racist? No, I'm of the belief that, you know, I don't want to be too politically correct sometimes with my humor, and you have to be able to inhabit different genders and different races and different ages if you're going to make good comedy. And I think that it started the way that I understand that the Ugandan Knuckles meme started was there was legitimately African guys in VR chat who decided to be Knuckles, and I have no idea if they initially created a swarm or if it was just two guys, but someone captured the soundbite of them asking, do you know the way? And then it just exploded from there, and people imitate in memes. Memes are all about iteration and imitation. So if the first guy who did it has like an African accent or a Ugandan accent, it's okay, I think, as long as you're not saying racist things. Like, if anything, it makes Ugandans cool. Who the fuck was talking about Uganda before Ugandan Knuckles? Nobody was. I wasn't thinking about Uganda. Maybe I would think about Uganda if we ever saw them competing in the Olympics. But other than that, I'm sorry, Uganda, in my head, is not on the map. So it started from a COD drug lord trolling video. Oh, I didn't know that. But anyhow, yeah, it does not insult Ugandan people. At its worst, maybe it's poking fun at the accent, but it's not. It's just giggling along with it. I mean, I'm sure I sound terrible when I know I sound terrible when I speak Spanish. So if someone wants to make fun of me as white girl trying to speak Spanish, go ahead. Or make fun of me as, like, you know, for being I can't twerk properly because I'm a white girl who can't twerk. Like, it's no big deal. It's not offensive. Yeah. Like, it's just an acoustic thing. It's not a racial thing. So there you go. As long as they don't say, like, all Ugandan people are as stupid as Knuckles. That's not true at all. It's just the first guy had an accent, so everyone repeats it. The end. I hope I answered your question. Oh, yeah. Logan Paul keeps making jokes about eating Tide Pods. That's also what I forgot to add in this broadcast. So he made a Tide Pod joke in his return to YouTube vlog, and then I was wondering if that's what got him age restricted. But again, we've already concluded it's just because people are flagging him, and YouTube is not reviewing his content. They're giving him a flag, or they're giving him an age restriction, and then they get rid of it the next day when they actually review it. But he also talked about eating Tide Pods on Twitter today. He said that for every retweet, he's going to eat an additional Tide Pod, which is irresponsible. But that said, since his return to YouTube, Logan is still behaving in immature, irresponsible ways that appeal to 12-year-olds because they think he's being a savage and he's misbehaving, which they find cool because they themselves are not allowed to misbehave. So Logan Paul's the big, cool brother who does things that their parents tell them that they can't do. Yeah, so I think it's kind of funny that Logan's going there in terms of Tide Pods. And if he tries to do the Tide Pod challenge, he will get another strike on YouTube. I hope YouTube's told him that, because I dare not make another video about Tide Pods. I had to go through hell to get my strike removed, and I just did lip art. So let's see. Do you guys have any other questions? Again, $5. Ask me anything and dares. Super chat tips. $30. Get on the wall. $5, you also get the designation of the prettiest girl in the room. Hello, Al. There seems to be a lot of vlogging about Logan Paul. Yes. Oh, Taryn left. Oh, Mr. Chaos just asked, wait, so what happened to its area? His channel got deleted. Yeah, its area violated the community guidelines too many times, and if you get 3 strikes, you're out. YouTube reviewed his entire channel and determined that its area basically did too many pranks where he was like hitting drinks out of people's hands. He was throwing water in people's faces. He did a fake bomb prank. So all of that combined, and its area was so stupid that he basically admitted to doing worse pranks than his throwing water in people's faces pranks in his explanation that he had just received one community guideline strike video. Because when he came out with that video that I parodied, where he's like, oh God, I don't even know how to do his accent right now. Speaking of accents. Oh, guys. Yeah, it's like, oi. That's how he talks. I got a strike today and I don't even deserve it. I don't know what happened. I done worse videos than just throwing water in people's faces. I made a fake bomb prank. YouTube's taking it up the bum. You know, he was saying shit like that. Reminds me so much of Sam Pepper. Same build, different ethnicity, but very similar looking, similar kinds of pranks, unapologetic, oblivious asshole. Not just, see, I think Logan Paul knows he's an asshole. That's why he calls himself a chotch all the time, because he's smart. But it's Area and Sam Pepper are not the brightest bulbs in the packet. And they're completely oblivious to the fact that, you know, they know that they're being inappropriate and that's what gets the views, but they're like oblivious to the level at which they are basically fucking themselves over. Anyhow, yeah, its Area, his channel got reviewed, and first they gave him 1 strike. 2 hours later, they gave him 2 strikes, which means he couldn't upload for 2 weeks. So he then took his his response, not apology, his response video down. And then less than a day later, they deleted his channel. So it's over for him. Once you get your channel deleted, I believe that you can never make another one. Now, do I think that that's excessive? Under most circumstances, yes. And even in the case of its Area, I almost think that he should get like a sentence of 2 years that he can't have a YouTube channel. I think that that's fair because he didn't kill anyone. He didn't hurt anyone. He was incredibly inappropriate and a piece of shit towards people. But for the rest of his life, to lose his ability to ever make videos and not learn from his lessons, that's, to me, that's a little excessive. But there are circumstances in which I believe it warrants lifetime bans. Like if you've harassed someone repeatedly, psychologically abused them, shown terrible images of minors, you know, shown torture videos, like all these terrible, horrible things we don't need to talk about. Yes, you deserve a permanent ban. But someone like its Area, I feel like he deserved a 2-year sentence. If I was a judge, that's what I would give to him. I'd be like, hey, you loser. Wake up, stop being an asshole, start treating people right. If you wouldn't want someone to do it to your mama, don't do it to people for the sake of views. Go back to school, learn how to be a filmmaker, and get back to us in 2 years. And then I'll see, you know, and then pitch me your idea for your channel. And if it's not something that's built on total assholery, you get to be a YouTuber again. So I sort of, in a way, I feel like a little twinge of like, even though he deserves to be punished, I do feel a little bit of compassion for him and a twinge of pain because like, he's a young, dumb, uneducated, not that, like I said, not that bright guy, dumb, not bright, whatever, same thing. And I think in his own head, he minimized the damage that he's incurring and terrorizing people for the sake of views. And I think now he understands. Like, I think there must have been some sort of failure in his upbringing, its Area, to end up being the type of vlogger that he is. So I feel like he deserves a second chance in a couple of years. That said, who knows? Maybe he'll join someone else's channel. And then if he becomes popular on someone else's channel, he'll be able to go back to YouTube and be like, I was an asshole. I'm not being an asshole anymore. Reinstate me. I think you can still rebuild yourself. But anyhow, whatever. I've said enough. What do you guys think? Do you think that he deserved the lifetime ban? Oh, Will Smith is the best YouTube vlogger. Yeah, well, that kind of came out of left field. But Will Smith, you know, I'm envious in the sense that he's a leg up because, I mean, he's Will fucking Smith. Of course, his fame automatically, just like Logan Paul's Vine fame gave him a leg up on YouTube, Hollywood actors automatically, they've already been given status by the American media, because that's, that's the game, right, guys? It doesn't mean that they're more talented necessarily. It just means that there was a star system that was built for the past 100 years in Hollywood, and a whole news media, self-promotional industry around them. So we naturally assign them this status that, because of their visibility and the recognizability of their name, that might not really be based on talent or what they've built beyond starring in a film. That said, it's not an easy job being an actor, but I think that certain actors are definitively overstatused based on their accomplishments just because they've been part of Hollywood. Anyhow, so yeah, I feel sort of like it's a little easier for Will Smith than the rest of us. But I mean, he's uploaded some interesting stuff, and I guess it seems novel what he's doing, because very few Hollywood actors are fucking with YouTube, and he's doing it in a very like vlogger kind of way. So yeah, I guess he's the next hot thing. He's doing it better than The Rock, right? I don't even know what's happening with The Rock's channel. Sorry, I'm going to go through your comments. Saif, bye. So Shalendra says, oh, what did you ignore? What did you say, Sean? I don't see what you asked. So Shalendra says, do you think that sometimes people nowadays are getting too triggered about many things and searching for several aspects they could attack on? No, I didn't. I wasn't saying that. Sorry. Okay, I'll answer that question in a second. But I wasn't saying that Will Smith isn't talented. I just sort of feel like, I guess I need to give up the notion that YouTube fame is earned. I just don't feel that he's earned it. Yes, he's talented, but he hasn't earned it in the way that the rest of us traditionally have. We've been back to what I was saying before, people coming in and improving on your original ideas. We've trailblazed, we were the bleeding edge, and now he can come in and go, oh, okay, this is what it means to be a vlogger. I'm just going to do it, and I'm famous, so automatically I'm going to be relevant. So I feel like he's lucky, or he's blessed that he has it a little easier than the rest of us. So of course I'm a little envious of that. Oh, Sean says, okay, so I'm going to ask Sean, I'll answer that in a second. I'm going to go back to what Shalendra asked. Do people get more offended these days, or triggered? Well, I think triggered is a bad word, because I think it's used as a weapon against people. Like, they'll deliberately say something to provoke you, and then they'll say, oh, you're triggered. Or they'll be dismissive of your very valid criticisms in saying that, oh, you're just triggered, as opposed to saying, oh, as opposed to like understanding it as you having a valid counter argument, or a valid analysis, or valid emotional response. So people think you're triggered, instead of like, and dismiss any sort of valid discussion instead of hearing it out. Kind of like calling liberals snowflakes. You're infantilizing them instead of understanding their politics. So that's why I take sort of issue with the term triggered. I only think someone's triggered, which doesn't even make any sense, if they're overreacting to something. So do I think that people overreact online? Yes. Like, for instance, saying that Logan Paul deserves to be hung because he made a vlog of a dead guy hanging in a forest. Absolutely not. That's excessive. And people are just taking out their resentment and their lack of understanding and lack of appreciation of what Logan Paul does. Some of it valid, because personally they can't identify or appreciate content that's destined for 12-year-olds. Also not understanding the actual work that it takes even to make content that's juvenile for 12-year-olds. It still takes a lot of commitment, consistency, and effort. And then, on top of that, turning something that was socially transgressive into like a crime that's worthy of like an excessive punishment. So absolutely, like, people can say anything without being censored online. And we speak from our egos frequently when we tweet, or we put a status update, or we leave a comment, instead of, would you actually say that in real life? If you ran into Logan Paul, would you walk up to him and be like, you deserve to be hung because you filmed a suicide victim? No, you would never say that. But people feel okay to say that type of stuff online because they're either anonymous or they're not facing the person that they're criticizing. And yeah, I think even the news media fosters people overreacting because they only focus on the extreme reactions and retweet the extreme reactions and leave the balanced or nuanced reactions out, which is a loss. Because the better, the better path in life is to be, I believe, a little bit more understanding, compassionate, and balanced in one's evaluation of things. Just like I could say it's area never deserves to have a channel again, but I think that that's pretty excessive. I would say he deserves to lose it for 2 years, as I said before, but then come back with something better and be given a second chance. So, yeah, so I guess I hope I explained to you what I believe triggering is and why people are misusing and abusing of the term triggering and how why it's easy to overreact online. So now, Sean, to your question. Did I undress Logan Paul all at once or did I take my time? No, I'm kidding. Did I get fans all at once or did it take time? Yeah, it took me time to get fans. It took me years. No, I think how I noticed that I had fans was that I started a Snapchat and I would get like really nice messages from people who never left comments on my videos. And I'd see in my Snapchat views, like you see everyone's name that watches your story, and I'd have like 500 people watching my story. I'm like, wait, I have 500 people watching me daily, but then there's not 500 likes on my videos. First I'm thinking is like, why don't people like my shit if they're watching it and they like it? Like, I know I've been, we think it's obnoxious when YouTubers sometimes say, like my video. Hey guys, let's do it right now, guys. Whoever's here, could you hit the like button? Come on. I want to see flash likes. If you support everyone liking different styles of content, and if you're okay with not liking everything you see on YouTube and freedom of speech, please hit the like button. Thank you, Emma. We're now up to 5 likes. Steven said I already liked your video. Well, thank you, Steven. But anyhow, back to like me discovering, 6 likes, me discovering I had fans. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, these people are following me. These people care about me. And then when I made rentals on YouTube, and I started to like rent my videos at $2, $3, $4 a pop, I was like, oh my God, these people want to buy my content. These people want to support me. And so it wasn't all at once, Sean. It was sort of like, I also think that someone doesn't really become a fan of you until they stalk you the way that I stalk Logan Paul. I'm kidding. A person doesn't really, thank you, Shalendra. It's okay, Thomas. Yeah, a person doesn't really become a fan of you till they followed you for a couple years. Generally speaking, unless they really, like, you're really gripped by someone's apps and you're like, I follow, but I don't care. About me? You don't care about me? Oh, you don't care, but you're on the fan wall. Okay, Al, I'll believe that. I'll believe that when I see it. I believe that when you actually pay me to paint over your spot. Nobody's done that yet. Remove my spot from the wall. That's what's funny is that if I ever make something really controversial and everyone hates me, I wonder if I'm going to get one of these people on the wall being like, yeah, I'm not showing my name behind you, you piece of shit, Davison, you fucking cow. Oh, hi, Sean. Yeah, Sean's there. Remove a spot. I am not removing your spot, Steven. You have to pay me to remove. I'll remove your spot if you pay me to remove your spot. But I would be sad because this is one of my favorite spots on the wall because it's such a pretty color, and I put like a matte varnish. Yeah, exactly. I'll charge them more to remove it. Actually, I charged a client to remove a sponsored video on YouTube. They fucked up. Okay, so this is a story. I did a video. I don't think I signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I think I can talk about it. I did a video for a condom company. And they wanted me to do a experiment because I used to do experiments on my main channel, which by the way, I miss doing them, but they're more time consuming. I am working on a experiment actually right now. I hope it works out. You guys will see that soon. Anyhow, that said, this condom company paid me, I think it was $300 to test their condoms on various objects. So I was showing how stretchy and resistant they were despite being thin. And so I stretched the condom over my Yeti microphone, which is over there. So you see that microphone right there, that thing right here, the thing that looks like a silver ding dong. Okay, so I tested the condom over that. I tested it over my arm. I'm not kidding you guys. The condoms broke 90% of the time. And these condoms specifically were condoms that were being advertised as ultra thin, and you could order them via an app and they would arrive at your door in an hour or less. So it's like the Uber of condoms. They watched the video where I did the stretch test and 90% of the condoms broke, which is a very bad sign, and they approved of it. So I put it live and it got, I don't know, is it deleted? I don't even know if I deleted the video or not. It's definitely private. Maybe I deleted it. I don't know. I had it private for a long time though. I'm not sure if I finally deleted it. Anyhow, I could go check. So, yeah, it had like, say 5,000, 10,000 views. And then apparently the president watched the video instead of the marketing manager. And she was like, oh my fucking God, this is unacceptable. How dare you publish this video about our product? We paid you to do this sponsored video and you're making our condoms look terrible. And I was like, well, wait a second, honey. You approved of my video. I get though that the president didn't see the video, only the marketing manager did. That was their issue. There was a miscommunication there, but you can't then tell me that I have to take down a video and waste my time to do that, reduce the views on my channel, because whenever you delete a video, it removes the views from your public view count for no compensation. So I charged them $200. I charged them $200 to delete the video, a kill fee. So there's going to be kill fees for my fan wall. Yeah, they approved the video, and it basically fucked me out of a video for a week, and it fucked the traffic I was getting to my channel. So there's an actual damage that I incur when I do work and I remove something that a client said yes for. And clients notoriously, some are great, but notoriously they're never happy with what you do, or they like ask for 50 different like insignificant changes. They sometimes, the worst clients will like try to change your video to the point where it's something that your audience wouldn't even like, or they want you to say things that you don't personally believe. They give you talking points. So you have to set boundaries. Like whenever I have a client, I'm like, okay, we agree on the concept. I shoot it. You get one edit, one. You don't get 12, you get one. If there's any more edits after the first edit, you pay me $50 an hour. Because my time is worth money. And I'd said this in another broadcast, I don't accept brand deals for less than several $1,000s now, just because I'm not going to sell out to my audience for pennies. Secondly, it always takes a minimum of 2 weeks. It doesn't matter what you're making for a video, even if it's a simple review that maybe involves just like setting up your camera, doing your hair, and interacting with a product. It's a 2-week process between shooting, filming, uploading, approving, and releasing. And it's to an audience that's taken you years to build, unless you're Will Smith. So why do it for less than a couple grand? Yeah, anyhow, don't be afraid to bill. I think a lot of artists and a lot of women notoriously are afraid to just be like, this is what you owe me, and just say it unapologetically. And that's why, unfortunately, people get taken advantage of and, settle for less than what they're worth, which then just hurts everyone, because then if you're not getting paid, then you're not probably providing for yourself properly, and then your output ultimately suffers. So charge more, accept less contracts, and be firm. It's business, Don't be an asshole to clients, but it's okay to be firm. You did what they asked you to do and you shouldn't have been blamed for it. Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was just, I didn't take it too personally. I just charged the money. I just was like, you want this gone? You pay me. I also had done something with a blog post too that I'd been paid for a long time ago. You want this gone? You pay me. And they're like, how dare you? Well, this is work. I'm not going to work for you for free. Why? No. Efrain said, I think I saw that one. You saw the condom test video, right? You remember? It was when I had the pink hair. Emma says, can I have a spot on the wall for free? I love you so much. I don't have money. I'm too young. Oh, Emma, I can't do it. How old are you, Emma? Put a tiny, tiny Emma. Emma. I'll put the littlest. How old are you, Emma? The small. Okay, because I'm a softie, Emma. I'll put the tiniest Emma ever somewhere. Got a blue marker. You're 14. Okay, Emma. This is the 14-year-old bonus, guys. Someone could also pay for Emma's spot. That's an idea. Super chat me Emma's spot. No, Emma, we're gonna put you right here. Put a little Emma. This is only because you're 14, Emma. If it's private, yeah, only I can do it. So E. Hey. What are we gonna put? I'm gonna put a little flower. I'm going to touch it up after. There you go, Emma. Oh, can we zoom in? There you go, Emma, the beginning of your spot. You're welcome. No, Sean, you're far too old. You don't get a spot on the wall. You're not the prettiest girl. Hey, you are the prettiest girl in the room right now, though, Sean. That's rare. Although Efrain had paid for the honor previously. I feel like I get tipped more on my main channel. I don't know why. I don't get tipped as often on this channel. It's weird. I mean, that is the disadvantage of broadcasting here, is that I don't go live to as many people. Which, I mean, I don't mind because, like, I can talk to all of you more. But whenever I'd go live on my main channel, I would lose, because this is a YouTube system. It's not people actually unsubscribing. I would lose like 50 people. So it was like, okay, this also doesn't fit with the channel. So I'm only going to go live when it's like special, like when it's important, like telling everyone that VidMe paid me and I did a giveaway. I know Efrain, you tipped me here. But yeah. I feel like although you would think if they were my diehard fans, they would also want to watch the content here, but I think some people are there on my main channel just because, oh, thank you for the birthday wishes, just because they want to see my sexy stuff. They don't necessarily want to hear me talk. That's what's also odd. Okay, I'll stop doing this in a second, just a second, guys. Hey, Emma. There you are. You see the teeny tiny Emma. It's bigger. I mean, it looks bigger in real life. See, Emma. I'm going to improve upon your flower. I'm not so sure I agree with your flower. The flower's fine, but I feel like I can do a better job, so I'll fix it. I'll fix it up later. I'm short anyways. You might grow. You're still young. Oh, thank you, Shoaib, for the happy birthday. What is too old? No, Sean, you're 44. Or older. How tall are you, Emma? So Efrain said that he saw that. Okay, so what else are we going to talk about, guys? We've now passed the hour mark. Oh, yeah, someone said you're not drinking Perrier today. No, I am drinking cherry. Black cherry sparkling water. You're 5'8". 5'8's tall. Sean, you also do not write like a child, so I don't believe you. Save up your pennies. 58 inches. Oh no, sweetheart. No, 58 inches is 5 feet. You're sure 4 foot. Wait, 5. Why can't I do math? 5 times, wait, 12 times, wait, 58 inches. 58 divided by 12. What the fuck is 50? 60 inches is what? 12? Wait, 60 inches is 6 feet? Is that correct? Yes. Wait, so Emma, you're not... She's 4'10". Okay. Is 60... Wait, 60 inches is 5 feet. I can't do the math. I can't do math in my head anymore. Thank you, Frame. I don't know anything. Oh, 60 is 5 feet. Okay, not 6 feet. I was like, wait, 5 times, carry the 8, carry the 3. I can sometimes do math, but I need to write it down. That's my problem. So I'm like, sometimes I can do it mentally, just not today. Okay, so yeah, you're still quite short. If you haven't started your monthly woman thing, not to go into too much information, you don't have to tell me, but if you haven't started your monthly woman thing, then you will still get taller. But unfortunately, once you start your monthly woman thing, your period, you stop growing. So if you haven't started your monthly woman thing, then you will still get taller, probably. And if you have an issue with being too short, I think you could still get growth hormones, provided you haven't started your monthly thing, and it will add some inches. I know a girl who did that because she was abnormally short for her age. So she got growth hormone and ended up like, I don't know, she ended up super tall, but she ended up far taller than she would have been had she not gotten growth hormone. So something to think about. What else are we gonna say? I prefer being small. It makes me unique. Well, there you go. And it'll make you live longer. Smaller things live longer. Smaller, thinner things generally live longer than taller things. That's why there's certain Jewish population that lives to closer to like 90 or 100 because they're smaller. Shoaib says, your hotel room video was epic. Well, thank you. Long story going into that video. Remember, I did lose a lens as a result of that video, but I spent a lot of money producing that video. In the end, it cost me a lens, a $1,000 lens, which still hasn't turned up because I think, unfortunately, someone stole it from me. And $500 for the hotel room, plus parking. So it was like $515 for the hotel room for one night. And the cameraman, I ended up paying him half of his fee. So not his full fee, because I ended up editing the video, not him. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with that music video that I made. I think it's sensual in a way that I've never made a video sensual before. It's sexy. I look great. That said, that day I was very bloated and I had been like pushing like 147 pounds around after Christmas. And I was like, what the fuck? Is my scale fucked? No, I had a little too much chocolate and fudge over Christmas and I went boop. But I've been, hi, some Lilliputian. Hi, Mr. Phil. I looked hot though. Yeah. I mean, I was 3 days before my girly time, and girly time, I always like go up like 5 pounds of water weight and then I'll go down afterwards. But I was overweight from Christmas. I had like too much chocolate, too much fries, too much whatever. And since then, yeah, I've been watching my weight. So that said, back to the video, there were some shots which I cut out that I was like, there was like fat. Like, it was just because of the bra I was wearing. It was cutting into my back, but it was not sexy. So what you guys are seeing is like the best angles from what we shot, but there was some shit that like, unless I make a weight loss video, yeah, unless I make a weight loss video, I'll never show the unflattering footage from that shoot. But sometimes it, you know, I was saying this on Twitter, sometimes it takes seeing bad photos of yourself to be like, oh fuck, I did gain weight, and believe the scale. I was like, no, something's wrong with my scale. Something's wrong with the scale. The scale's broke. It's broken. I can't possibly have gained 8 pounds. The scale doesn't lie. Neither do your pants. Sometimes your pants shrink, but no. But yeah, I've been good. Ever since then, I've been like cutting back, and like tonight I'm not going to eat anything other than berries because I've already eaten quite a few calories today. So I'm back down again. But yeah, why did I shoot it? Why did I invest that money? Because of Patreon. People are paying me $3,000 a month to make them sexy videos. And I don't want to just make sexy stuff, I make other stuff as well. But people are paying for quality, so I thought that I should give them, you know, give them what they want. And I would like to do that every month, but unfortunately it's no longer going to be with that videographer because I can't work with him ever again, which sucks because he's talented and I trusted him, but he lost his job effectively. So such is life, got to find someone else. I'm actually going to shoot some shit with my friend Steven. He's the model. We're going to rent a couple spaces and shoot photos of each other. I'm gonna make him shoot me in lingerie. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day. We'll have a good. He's a girlfriend, but whatever. We'll have a fun day, and I'll make the result available on my Patreon. Respecter says, nice video, Davison. Why did you do that after Christmas? Well, I mean, again, too, like I just said that I have people paying for my content, so I want to make sure I deliver things of high quality. And I'd said this in another video. I want the quality of my content overall to be better and better. I want to compete at the level of Logan Paul and Will Smith. I don't want to be a tiny YouTuber forever. That's just not my goal. I feel like I'm competent enough that I should deliver the quality that gets the views, that gets the fans. You can't do that unless you make investments, which is like, I could not have shot that video myself. I needed to hire a cameraman. I also could not have shot that video in my fucking apartment. Part of the video, the reason why it's so essential is I'm on like an extra large king size bed, wearing an expensive lingerie, not cheap lingerie. I prepped for a week for that shoot, but the net result is that, you know, I actually have more patrons again on Patreon. Like I think 20 people have signed up since that video went live, and and it just makes me look better. It makes me look more evolved as an artist, as opposed to just, oh yay, her on her iPhone, how serious are we going to take her? I think you do comedy very well. Thank you. Dan Rian says, can I get a shout out? Yes, Dan Rian. Dan Rian Slaughter. Everybody go, as long as Slaughter's content is acceptable, go subscribe to Dan Rian Slaughter. This has been a message from Davison Video, who has no idea who Dan Rian Slaughter is. You did it well. It was very tastefully done. Yeah, and it was based on one of the first videos that went huge of Kate Upton. And Jake Paul. Are you Jake Paul? Oh, so you're from the Logang. Because we were talking about Logan getting age restricted all the time. We can talk about that again in a second. One of my favorite topics. I subscribe Dan Rian. How many subscribers does Dan Rian have? Yeah, so my video, I thought I'd like sexy videos, but it's too weird for me, says Mr. Feel. How come it's weird? I'm multifaceted. I'm funny, I'm smart, and I sometimes am sexy, and I'm a model. Like, this is my way of modeling without signing back to an agency with a bunch of assholes managing me who don't do a good fucking job because they're managing 300 other people. And because I'm not, 5'11" and 120 pounds, so my market is different. They weren't assholes. I mean, I'm being unfair. Some of my managers were fine. I just feel like the market I'm in, there's just not that many contracts in Montreal. So anyhow, this is the way of me being a model and being glamorous while I still can be without doing the whole agency game. He's none. Dan Rian, you have no subscribers, and now you have one. You have Emma, who just got on the fan wall right there because she's 14. She got a freebie. She's the first freebie on the wall. Nobody else has gotten one, but she's 14, can't afford it, so I understand. Have you flagged Logan Paul's videos, Dan Rian? Are you part of the flagging committee? You know what? This is where I wanted to get to too with his videos being age restricted. It just creates temporary headaches for Logan Paul. It doesn't hurt him long term. He might not make ad revenue for the duration of the flag. Say it's like, I don't know, 20 hours or something like that. But then he goes back to making money, and it just gives people like me more reason to talk about him. So if you want Logan Paul to go away, my suggestion to you is to stop watching him and stop flagging him. If you want someone to go away, ignore them entirely. Stop talking about them, stop interacting with them, because you're just fueling their, as he said in his video, people might say they hate him, but you're fueling his engagement. You got all the red Maverick merch. I almost bought Maverick merch, but I didn't because I wanted the Dent the Universe hoodie because I always wear hoodies because it's fucking freezing where I live. But it was like $80 and I was like, oh, I just can't justify this purchase. But I might buy some merch in the future. I could make I don't know if making a merch video, if that would, you know, if the Logang would respect that. I know my colleagues wouldn't because all my friends, literally all my friends who are YouTubers hate Logan Paul. They hate him with a burning, incessant passion. Their passion for disliking Logan is equivalent to my passion for his abs. Hold on, I gotta get a pillow. Oh, my knees. I gotta stand, guys. I'm hurting my knees. The blood stops flowing to my legs properly when I sit for too long. I don't know what's up with that. I've always cut off the circulation randomly to myself, but it's worse lately. Okay, we're raising the tripod, guys, because, and I'm wearing, like I told you, I maybe could take off, I'm wearing 3 shirts, so don't think I'm fat. I literally am wearing 4 shirts, sorry. No, I'm not showing my age. I don't know why that's happening. It's so weird. Old age, you know, you're 40. Really, this is what old age looks like? Look, I was looking for the pocket of my hoodie, and I can't, I'm like, where's my, because I'm wearing another sweatshirt. I'm wearing a man sweatshirt. How's the weather over there in Canada? Okay, dude, I'm wearing 4 shirts. How do you think the weather is here in Canada? It is freaking freezing as hell. It is minus 12 today, and with the wind chill, it's probably minus 25. I went out today with 3 sweaters and my winter jacket, 2 pairs of pants, mittens, and a hat, and a scarf around my face, and I was still freezing cold when I got home. It's dangerously cold. And the only reason I went out was to get this, my Cherry Perrier, and I got $20 in gambling money, and I gambled before going live today, before doing my work, because this is my job. But yeah, the Maverick merch, like, are there videos, is there a precedent for like ordering all of one person's merch? Oh yes, I was going into the YouTubers hating Logan Paul. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it would have to be worth the investment of, say, spending $1,000, excuse me, to get his whole line, to model his entire line as one person. And I would, you know, I would want to make a return on my investment, either subscribers from the Logang or, you know, get paid back in views. But it would probably take, it would definitively take probably close to 1 million views to make back $1,000 if I bought all of his merch. And he changes it up all the time. Oh my God, that's too expensive. Well, guys, though, that said, back to investments, gaining you more and making smart investments. Most of my viral videos have cost me a minimum of $250 to make. Nothing is given to you, generally speaking. The only video that went viral that I made that cost me nothing was the 1 finger selfie video. And that was me doing the right thing at the right time and having the right press contacts that I could push my video to the press, and then they turned it into a story and it went huge. And I didn't make the money. I didn't make money on that video because fucking YouTube, that specific month, they lost track of ads. Everyone, this happened to everyone. So at the end of, I believe it was November of 2016, they didn't do any ad earnings when at the height it was going viral. And then of course it got age restricted a week and a half later. And so you don't get any ad money whenever something's age restricted. But yeah, that didn't cost me any money to produce. But everything else, the Mentos Bikini video that has like 10 million views that I made. And by the way, if you are new here, my main channel is youtube.com/DavisonVideo1. It is not this channel. This is my vlogging channel, the tribute to Logan Paul's abs. And I keep trying to put my hand in my pocket. It's not there. There's no pockets anywhere. Don't you hate that, guys? Like when you are used to like putting your hands in something and there's nowhere to put. I can't even do this. Okay, so yeah, my 10 million viewed Mentos Bikini video on youtube.com/DavisonVideo1. I bought 42 liters of Coke. So that was $100 of Coke, okay? And I ruined a bra that was $40. So $142 for the bra plus the Mentos. add another $20. So say it was like $160 to make that video. When I became Dan Bilzerian, I had to buy outfits, costumes for 4 different guys. Like, it's normal to spend money. You have to spend money to make money. I know it's like an old adage. It's like so, you know, stereotypical or cliche to say. But, yeah. So if I'm willing to spend $1,000 to wear all of Logan Paul's merch, but I really hope that YouTube's algorithm suggests it to his fans, because otherwise it'd be like a waste of my time. But anyhow, enough about that. Back to your comments. Stop the hand motions, young lady. There's no pockets. Be right back, says Emma. Hey, Jorge. Hello, Jorge. Is YouTube still a 13+ site? Yes, but yeah, I get your point. Everybody has been making this point lately. Why is YouTube so paranoid about content on the site? It's because of what advertisers want. Advertisers only feel comfortable advertising against brand safe content, which is generally content that is family friendly, that includes a minimal amount of offensive content. So offensive content typically is swearing, sexual content, or overly violent or gross content. So that's why YouTube has become more of a general audience, aka younger website, because of what advertisers want, not because necessarily of what even YouTube wants. But YouTube is not taking a strong enough of a stance for being an open platform, because A, they've been publicly criticized, and B, because the people that pay the bills for YouTube are advertisers. So even though it makes sense that, okay, there should be a YouTube Kids, and there should be a YouTube that's open, or even a YouTube also that's 18+. They don't want the 18+, because so far advertisers have said that they're not interested, and it would also be a logistical maybe nightmare for them to develop another app, though one would think that if they've made the YouTube Kids and the YouTube Main, that they could just iterate on YouTube Kids and turn it into the YouTube 18+. But I mean, it would be a bold, cool move for them to do. Do I think Susan Wojcicki, or Wojcicki, I don't know how to pronounce her name, do I think that she will take that, you know, make that move, or any of the other upper management at YouTube? No. I think that they're like status quo people. I think that they just want to play it safe. I think they're increasingly playing it safe. So YouTube is just becoming de facto a child-centric platform because of who pays the bills, which is the advertisers. Yeah, and also maybe the demographics of YouTube. The main passionate viewership or viewer base of YouTube is not people who are older. Older people are either on Facebook, or they don't watch as much video, they're watching Netflix. And so they want to make sure that they are delivering appropriate content to the majority of YouTube, which is under the age of, you know, probably 25. Emma says, I love YouTube. So do I. Dan Rion's laughing. I don't know what Danny was laughing at. Dan Rion's 11. Oh, you're a little kid. That's cool, though. I was 11 once. I had an 11-year-old once. My 11-year-old is now 17 and 260 pounds. Do I remember being 11? Very vaguely. I played with slime from 25-cent machines at 11. I was introduced to New Kids on the Block at 11. And then I got a crush on Joe McIntyre. What else did I do when I was 11? There was no internet when I was 11. I would play outside, go on bike rides. I started trying to wear lipstick, and then the girls at school made fun of me and told me my lips were too big, but that's because they were ugly ass bitches, and that was my introduction to women being vicious bitches when you're better looking than they are. Or at least that's what my mother told me. I had crushes on boys when I was 11. I don't know who my crush was other than Joe from New Kids on the Block. Yeah, I was in grade 6 when I was 11. Very, 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 very long time ago. Shalendra says, I'm 21, I'm kind of scared to grow older. Well, I mean, everyone's scared to grow older. Do you think that I particularly want to be the age that I am? I should be lying about my age. I should tell you guys that I'm 28. I'm not. I sort of in my head, I'm like, no, I'm 32. I'm not 40. But it's like, My mother says it's better to grow older than the alternative, which is dead. So be happy you're alive. Every day is a gift. I think accepting growing older is just accepting that nothing is ever stays the same. My face, it's like when you get older, I was thinking this morning, it's like there's always new surprises. Oh, who knew that there would be a line there? Or it's like getting a pimple, only it's, you're just, it's accepting the changes. It doesn't mean, okay, there's this bad narrative with people who, from people who don't take care of themselves or who are unlucky, but we'll just go with the don't take care of themselves, that you fall apart by the time you're 50. I can assure you, don't buy into that narrative. What you need to do is to make your health a priority and make your appearance a priority, because your appearance is actually a reflection to a certain degree of your health. As long as you're maintaining a healthy weight, and yes, thinner is better, is healthier 90% of the time than fatter. You don't dress old. You don't abuse alcohol or drugs. You develop a vibrant social life. You don't live, you don't get a job that you don't love. You don't live for other people. You're going to age well. And as long as you accept the fact that every year things change and there's nothing you can do about it, so you just kind of deal with it with grace. That's what the whole concept of aging gracefully is. What we're afraid of when we say we're afraid of growing old effectively is like afraid of not experiencing pleasure anymore, right? Your fear of aging is not necessarily the decline of like, oh, I'm going to get Alzheimer's. I mean, that's so far in the future typically. Like you don't really have to worry about Alzheimer's till you're like 70, I would say. Okay, then it's maybe a little bit more realistic that you're afraid of certain age-related cancers and mental declines. But before 70, okay, or even 65, guys, like you're just afraid that you won't have the same kind of access to the same fun opportunities or the same sexy people, or at least me. Like that's my main fear of growing older, is like just losing power and losing access to happiness and pleasure. The good thing too about getting older is that your definition of what constitutes a pleasurable experience changes. I now feel more pleasure staying in, although I mean I should go out a little more, but staying in on a Saturday night as opposed to going to a bar and getting drunk. Like alcohol pretty much doesn't interest me at all anymore. I even get excited about, say, cleaning my floors. I'm like, what kind of scented floor polish am I gonna get? And while I think, there's a certain vibrance of youth that I don't have as much anymore, my skin isn't as plump, and I see younger women and I'm like, wow, they're just so effortlessly like fresh. Is that changing, my ability to maintain happy relationships with other men? No. So don't be afraid of change, and don't let yourself go, and you'll probably age well. There's no guarantees. You could get sick young, but that's why you also need to just appreciate every day you wake up and every day you're above ground, right? Does that make sense? Gratitude. Al says, don't be afraid till you're 60 or 70. That's what I was saying. Like, even then, by then, I think you've sort of accepted that life is finite. I mean, even at my age, I've sort of accepted life is, and relationships in general are finite. And when one ends, another begins. Did I know that I would like Logan Paul's abs a year ago? No, I had no idea. When I was obsessed with that YouTuber guy, who's now, I think, married, and it didn't work out. Did I know that I would eventually become obsessed with Logan Paul's pectoral muscle? No. Davison, do you think do you drink young virgins' blood? Is that your secret? I don't think Logan Paul's a virgin. No, no. Am I anemic? Yes. Have I been treating my anemia lately? Yes. Am I cheating today by using good lighting and wearing reflective foundation powder? Yes. So I might look younger right now because I've also dyed my hair purple at the bottom and my hair's longer. Younger hairstyle makes me appear younger, plus I'm smaller rather than larger, so I naturally look a little younger. Like, guys, anytime you've mistaken someone's age from behind, they're always thinner. Like, I see some ladies at the mall, no disrespect, where I'm like, from behind, nice long dyed styled hair, nice designer jeans and like a modern jacket, and you're like, that person is 25, they turn around, you're like, whoa, that person is clearly well off financially and married to a doctor, and maybe herself, she's a university professor and she's probably 65. But it's because they're thin and they're dressing sharp. So don't let yourself go. Dress stylish, dress modern, stay on trend, and you will look younger. And also when you're my age too, about drinking virgin's blood, less is more with makeup, because makeup doesn't apply to your skin quite the same way past, I would say, like 38, because your pores get larger and your skin is wrinklier. So your way around that is to like moisturize more and just make your makeup pretty and light, but not like cakey and powdery. Plastic surgery does wonders nowadays. Is my hair soft? Yes, it is, because I stopped dyeing it. I mean, I stopped dyeing. I mean, this is a stain. It's not a dye. But I mean, I stopped dyeing it with like peroxide. So this is my real hair up here. Yes. Also, what will age you is if you fry your hair too much. So I made the conscious decision about a year and a half ago to stop dyeing my hair brown or red, because I was like, no, I want to experience my, natural locks before they go gray. Yes, I do put pudding in my hair. No, my hair was so frizzy when I put pudding in it. Oh my God. I want to make those videos public again, but the problem is that it looks bad on my main channel. I should just do an edit of like when I popped all the balloons on my body, when I put pudding in my hair, and when I dumped water on my head. Hopefully it won't make me lose subscribers. Oh, bye, Emma. See you later, girl. Oh, there's Danny. Hi, Danny. Emma says I'm afraid of death. Well, we didn't go there yet. Okay, so Shalendra, did I talk for long enough about fear of aging? I'm waiting for Shalendra's response. Take a break. We've been going for an hour and a half, guys. By the way, guys, I will be on the radio on CGAD AM 800 on Thursday night as part of the Passion View. I will be going live on my main channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, showing me on the radio being a radio talk show host. It will be very similar to this broadcast, except for the fact that you won't, well, you will see me. Wait a second, you will see me. I was like, you won't see me or just hear me. No, if I'm going live, you'll also see me. But you would be hearing me if you were tuning into the radio station. So set that, or take note of that, put it on your calendar. Davison is going on the radio live on Thursday night to be talking about sex and stuff with Dr. Lori Betito. Hi, that high guy. Hey, wait, is that Tim? Tim is typically the designated high guy in the room. Do we have a new guy who likes the marijuana? What time is that again? 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my main channel, which is youtube.com/DavisonVideo1, on the radio station CJAD AM 800 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I will be live with Dr. Lori Betito for her show, The Passion View. We talk about various topics to do with popular culture, sex, love, life. Usually she tails it to a certain degree to my content, which now she knows me better because this is the second time I'm going to be on her show. So she'll probably poke fun at my various viral videos, and maybe we might even talk about Logan Paul, because I know my friend Paris, who's a producer at CGAD, she's been a fan of the Pauls for a very long time. So she was saying, you really have to do something with Logan Paul. This was like a very long time ago, like a year and a half ago. She's like, they're amazing. They're doing such cool things with the platform. They play off of one another. You absolutely have to jump on that trend, because I know you jump on trends. And at the time, like I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a joking video that I'm pregnant with Logan Paul's baby, and I never did it. Anyhow, she wanted to talk more about Logan Paul, and I think Lori's sometimes late to things, so she might want to talk about the controversy and YouTubers being controversial on the show. So that's what I anticipate the show will be about, but I'm not sure. What sports do I play, says that high guy? I play chasing after younger men as a spry cougar. No, I'm kidding. can't play sports in Canada in winter unless they're indoor sports or you like to like play ice hockey in the hockey rinks. I don't care for hockey. It is too fucking cold to skate outside. Whoa, that high guy, dude, you're going all over the map, my friend. Okay, so sports. I walk. I do Leslie Sansone's walking workouts. So if you guys look up Leslie Sansone on YouTube, I'm actually going to take off my outer sweater. I'm getting too hot now that I'm standing. Oh, okay, I just shrunk a size. So, yeah, Leslie Sansone does these things where she just like walks forward and she lifts her legs like this. I do that. I don't really play sports. I'm not part of sports teams. I don't play softball. I want to golf more. Golfing seems like something that I would enjoy. A lot of walking, a lot of playing with large sticks sounds straight up my alley. What, no hockey? Yeah, I know. Why would girls don't play hockey, they watch hockey or they're puck bunnies. Some girls play hockey. I'm not one of those girls. She would do bed aerobics to give Logan. I would. I'd finally end my hiatus from the bed aerobics. No, but it's not good. You don't offer the bed aerobics first. You got to build up the bed aerobics because then once you cut to the chase, there's no chase, and then the fun is in the chase. And I'd have to play hard to get. I'll have to ignore his message. So much energy. All that said, no, let's just not even go there. John says, I've had the stomach flu the last couple of days. You know what you need to get, John? Get S. boulardii. They are a type of active probiotic derived from lychee fruit. It's from the outside of lychee fruit. And they cure diarrhea within 2 days. So it's called S. boulardii. Boulardii. Look it up. Take them. You can order them online. Saccharomyces boulardii. I believe the brand name, there's a brand name of them. Lychee's very powerful stuff and consumed. I prefer a dishwasher. What? Play hard. Oh. So yeah, John, get S. boulardii. I think it's a line is the name of the supplements, not lactobacilli probiotics, not the typical ones. You need to get the boulardii ones. Yes, exactly. Boulardii. Trust me, it'll cure you. And if you are feeling ill for more than 1 day, take 2 pills a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and for a week. And I guarantee you by the end of the week, you will be 100% healed. Also, though, that said, if you have any immune condition like you have leukemia or HIV, there's a small risk that you could develop a full body fungal infection because the S. boulardii is technically a fungus, but it's fungemia, but that's very, very rare and unlikely. But if your immune system is compromised, don't take it. But other than that, trust me, take it. It will fix you. It's like a god medicine. It lowers fevers and it increases mucus production and it kills anything that's like a intestinal or stomach pathogen. Okay, so wow, you're that high guy. You are the question factory. This broadcast can't be boring with you around, my friend. Do I prefer rubber gloves or mittens when you wash the dishes? If you wash dishes, yes. Unfortunately, I wash dishes because I do not have a dishwasher in this apartment. There's no hookup for it, and because it's an older apartment. And I don't normally wear gloves. I only wear gloves if I have a manicure. Other than that, I like to feel my dishes to make sure I've gotten all like the food off of it. And I only have 1 large sink, not 2, so that sort of changes the way I do dishes. When I used to have 2 sinks, you can like pre-soak and then wash and rinse in the second one. But when you only have 1 sink, you have to really scrub because it's very hard to soak and then rinse in the same bin. But yeah, I only wear rubber gloves, but I don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about mittens. I've never heard of dish mittens before. Do you believe in sorcery? If so, what spells do you cast? Jesus Christ, that high guy. You're like, again, guys, can we give a round of applause to that high guy? He's like this, he's just question factory. Do I believe in sorcery? Do I believe in witchcraft? Jeez Louise. I feel like this is like a pickup line. Do you believe in witchcraft? Because I think you just cast a spell on my heart. Oh! And some Lilliputian says, the nature of the question feels like them when you take them out of a bowl. Yeah, I mean, it's just so random, but he's high. He's called that high guy, so maybe he's like profoundly intoxicated and he's just like, I am on a live stream. I am like a monkey at a keyboard going like this. And whatever questions come out of my hands are the ones that this person may answer. Do you believe in life after love? Oh gosh, I really wish I remember the rest of the song. I can feel the dance stronger than, really don't think it's strong enough. Oh, do you believe in life after love? What the fucking hell? That high guy, you're getting creepy. I'm not answering your creepy shit. Do I believe in life after love, John Showwater? I believe in good poops after diarrhea. I believe in the vomiting going away. And I absolutely believe that love is a gastrointestinal affliction and it eventually goes away. No, yes, of course there's life after love. Is there pain after love ends? If you really love someone and it ends? Of course. Every single breakup I've had has been painful to varying in different degrees. But yeah, usually there's someone else to love, and if there isn't anyone else to love, you learn to like love your life and love yourself and focus on other things. I'm now going to sneeze. Hold on. Oh, sorry. It feels better to be standing. Instagram zone, shout out. I don't know why people ask for shout outs. What happens to my shout outs? Do you guys then come back to my broadcast after this uploads and you're like, oh, I got a shout out. Davison video shouted me out. Shout out to the Instagram zone. Is it just that you just want to hear me say your name? Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. So, doctor, hello Timmy, what seems to be the problem? Holy crap, you're so much energy. So Andrea says she used to try to cast spells on me, but she gave up due to poor results. Say magic missile. Magic missile. Do I believe that you can cast spells? I put a spell on you. Yeah, actually, well, I believe you can get back what you put out in the universe. Yeah, like there is some sort of truth to like what am I saying? The Secret, wherein if you visualize something and you speak positively about it, you're more likely to bring it to yourself, positive affirmations, because then your actions usually align with your thoughts. So in terms of casting a spell, like you can't make someone love you who's not going to love you. That's just creepy. And you can't cast I mean, but technically, say you cast a spell bringing more money into your life, you probably will do things that increase the odds of you bringing money to your life. And like if you're already thinking about it and desiring it, it's more likely to come true. But in terms of like spells that can forcibly change the universe in ways that wouldn't otherwise happen if you didn't cast them, no, I don't think that that's really true. But intentions and affirmations lead to results. So BB says, hi BB, do you think Logan Paul being black and age restricted is a good thing? What are your thoughts on that situation? Okay, yay, we're finally back to the original topic of the broadcast. Hold on guys, I just need to plug in because I'm down to 10%. I'm still here, I'm just plugging in my phone because it's dying. Do you believe in life after love? Okay. Hi, Addie. So do I think Logan Paul no, Logan Paul is age restricted because people keep flagging him. His first age restriction from yesterday was already removed by YouTube. The reason why he's getting age gated is because YouTube is now more reactive to fan flags. So they err on the side of caution, and you're guilty until proven innocent. Because there was a penis drawn in the sand, I believe in his first vlog, he also swore and made jokes about Tide Pods, and I believe he was, yeah, not believe, he definitively was shirtless, though I don't think that unfortunately, there's sexism in our society, and you're allowed to be shirtless if you're a dude, but not if you're a woman. Yeah, because of the penis and the swearing, I think, but more importantly, because the flags are automated, that's why he get age restricted. And once he appealed, the age restriction is now gone. So the same thing applies today to the vlog he just uploaded, BB. People are flagging it because they want to see him suffer. He did swear in his vlog today and call KSI a little bitch, and I think he said the word fucking a couple times. Yeah, it's not gonna hold up. It's just YouTube's system, and if anything, I think he should complain to YouTube and say, hey, please review my videos before they go live so that I don't get flagged, you know, erroneously, because that just removes my ability to earn ad money for the first day. But that said, ad money, the loss of ad money doesn't really negatively affect Logan Paul that much, because he makes so much money in merch. Like, he makes over $10 million in merch sales a month. The man probably has $150 million sitting in the bank. So he does invest a lot into his productions. He has a staff. He shoots music videos. He's okay without ad revenue. If I too can survive without ad revenue, then certainly someone like him can. So I think that people are abusing the system. I think YouTube needs to look at his content before it goes live so it doesn't get, you know, incorrectly age restricted. And I don't think he's legitimately being age restricted. It's just fan initiated. Does that make sense? And I think that if people want Logan Paul to go away, and I said this before, they should just ignore him. Don't flag him. Don't interact with his content. That's engagement. That makes him more popular. That gives him watch time for the algorithm. You know, it proves that his content maybe reached 20 million people instead of, if everyone ignored him, it will reach 5. So just ignore him if you want him to go away. And if you don't want him to go away, like his videos, buy his merch, tweet at Team YouTube and say, hey, review Logan Paul's content beforehand, because it's not fair he gets age restricted when he doesn't deserve it, even if he did make a mistake 3 weeks ago. She thinks it's great, but only if he's shirtless. He doesn't have to be shirtless all the time. That's creepy. That would be not nice of me to say. To be like, Logan Paul, I only care about your content if you're not wearing a shirt. That's not true. It would actually get boring if you were shirtless all the time. It's good to you know, it's good to vary your content, switch it up a little bit. Like, if I was topless right now, I guarantee you at minute 25 of me being topless, you'd just be like, oh, I'm just watching Davison talk. You'd stop paying attention to my boobs. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Thank you for your opinion on the Logan Paul topic, and it was really interesting, and I always enjoy your videos when I get the chance to watch them. Thank you, BB. You're welcome, BB. Jaren says, I'm back. Are you going to stream for a while? I don't know. I stream until I get exhausted, but that's probably a bad thing, because then I'm too exhausted to do other things. I definitely could not tolerate sitting anymore, because I was cutting off the circulation to my knees. I think I always do this. Depends on what happens in the stream. I'll probably be live for another 10-15 minutes and then go. But if the stream picks up again, I will go live a little longer. But I have other things I have to do. I have a bunch of videos I have to work on that involve me actually breaking out my real camera. So, yeah. Nobody's tipped me. No, it's not because I'm getting old. Could you cast a spell so the Balrog doesn't cross the bridge of Khazad-dûm? Hi, Eddie Disaster. Okay, so that hi guy says, 50 Shades Freed is coming out. Anyone else low-key screaming like a teenage girl on the inside, but on the outside you are just emotionless robot programmed by Windows 10? Hey, I get 5 bonus points for being able to read that. Davison, have you put on some weight? Okay, Officer of the Watches, guess what? You immediately go away because you keep saying crazy ass shit and I don't want to pay attention to you anymore. You've been banned. Have I put on, what? Okay. Have I put on the weight? Am I fat? Am I fat, guys? Does this look like a fat stuff? Am I fat? I don't know. Maybe I'm fat. Do I appear fat to you? Look at all this fat that's like hanging out everywhere. Fucking idiot. I didn't mean that. I mean, I'm a fucking idiot. That's what I was saying. Fucking idiot, Davison. Don't be a fucking idiot. Where were we going with this? I was oops, I don't want to put someone else in the time up by accident. Oh yeah, 50 Shades. So, 50 Shades. Davison, have we put on weight? Oh man, that guy is fucking, no. Do we talk? Guys, what do we talk about? Do I go there? Do I go there about this particular viewer, or just do I let it go? I think letting it go. See, the ego part of me on social media right now wants to be like banging the keyboard like this with like keyboard rage and like be like, ah! And then the dab on them haters. That's what I'm gonna do. Dab. Let it go, can't hold me back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care. Anyhow, whatever. Yeah, I'm letting it go. Thank you guys. I just needed you guys to tell me to shut up so that I would let it go. He didn't see your Patreon video, so he don't know. What? I don't look fat. I look good. Am I on the Twilight Zone? I thought I looked good today. I weighed myself too. Wait, Dabs and Frozen too scary. You look great. Yeah, I know. The guy's just an idiot. He's just weird. He's weird. I won't say he's an idiot. He's weird. He's weird, and he started normal, and he progressively, I'm supposed to be letting it go. I'm not doing a good job, guys, of letting it go. I'm doing a very bad job of letting it go. Okay, so Lilliputian, I have to focus on you because you're a good girl, or guy, but I think you're a girl. Or Lilliputian, are you a girl? I thought you were a girl. Okay, and by the way, again, I'm wearing 3 shirts. You're a girl. Yeah, okay, yes, that's what I thought. So, 50 Shades. Am I excited about 50 Shades? I was previously excited about 50 Shades. I even did a parody of the first trailer for 50 Shades, which I thought was very sexy. BDSM can be something that's fun if it's done with the right person, so that's a positive thing. There is a high that you get if you inflict pain consensually and safely within the context of a certain kind of encounter. So that's good. And if 50 Shades encouraged people to explore different activities that they can partake in to increase their, experiences in life and increase their pleasure, this is positive. But after seeing the first 2 50 Shades, I didn't see the last one. And so I'm kind of less excited for this one because I haven't even seen the 3rd one, let alone the 4th. And the girl that I went with to the 1st and 2nd one, we never ended up getting together last year to see the 3rd. And so I just kind of lost my passion in it, or for it. So yeah, I don't know. The acting is okay, but it's the editing could be better. The plot could be better. It could be sexier than it is. Like, for being a film about BDSM, it's not that sexy. Unfortunately. It's not, yeah. And it's not dramatic enough to make up for the lack of sexiness, and it could have been edited tighter, and the film overall could have been shorter. I feel like they try to stretch films too much these days, and just because they want to say they're offering you a 3-hour experience when sometimes the film only warrants 2 hours. So I don't know, I'm not that excited about 50 Shades anymore. There you go. You people have some weird profile pictures. Yeah, but you can't say that, Jaren, because you're a cow, and look, remember, Jaren, you're still in my room, Jaren. Look, Jaren, Jaren's right there. He's hiding. Hello, Jaren. I'm older than 20, that high guy. So some little Pudding said, the thing is, I feel when it came out, the audience was more for young. Oh wait, I feel when it came out, the audience was more for younger audiences and people. Hold on, wait. There we go. Sorry, just a minute. Wait. Okay, sorry, I had to attend to something. Thing is, I feel when it came out, it was for younger audiences and people who hadn't really experimented. So I don't know. I tried reading one. It was a mess, so I didn't continue. Yeah, I never tried to read 50 Shades of Grey, the novel, period. The excerpts that I read online weren't very entertaining. Weren't like, you know, writing-wise, the quality wasn't quite there for me. And I don't really like erotic literature, period. I know some women love it. I'm not an erotic literature type woman. I'd rather live my erotic experiences in real life as opposed to like written fantasy, and words don't turn me on. Like unless I'm engaged in like a, you know, conversation directly with a man like Logan Paul, and we're like, unless I'm directly engaged in a conversation with a man, like it doesn't, words are not going to turn me on. So I was never the target client or market for 50 Shades books to begin with. But the films were more up my alley because they're visual, and Jamie Dornan is cute, and I look kind of like, I think I kind of look a little bit like Anastasia Steele. There's a video of Gilbert Godfrey reading 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, that's probably hilarious. I watched a bunch of those back when the first film came out. That was like a trend or a tag everyone did to read 50 Shades of Grey. But I haven't, you know, I haven't seen any since. I don't really like going to the theater, says Jaren. It's really loud. Yeah, I just stopped because most films, like I said, are painfully long and unnecessarily long. And most films, when I watch them, I think of all the ways I could edit them to be better. So I don't let myself get into the experience. And I'm just so focused on doing work online and leading my life as the way I've been leading it, that I don't want to take 4 or 5 hours out of my schedule to go watch some sort of film and pay $20 for the privilege. Do I have a public Snapchat, Davison? I am on Snapchat at Davison Video, and my main channel is youtube.com/DavisonVideo1. I haven't been snapping as much lately because I've been more focused on Instagram, and I don't like Snapchat since the update. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to snapping much on Snapchat. We'll see. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here for my broadcast. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, so that's exciting. Thank you for, whoa. Ooh. Sorry, just a minute. My phone is not whoa, sorry, just my phone. My phone has a mind of its own. It's the new cord I have. What sucks about my new cord is that it's too rigid and it's heavy. It's heavier than the other one I had, so it's pulling my phone. Anyhow, guys, thank you for watching. I just wanted to reiterate what I had said. Logan Paul's getting age restricted, not because of his content, but because people are flagging him. I hope YouTube fixes that problem for him. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. He's probably at least 2 years away from being irrelevant, even if people stop paying attention to him. If you don't like someone and the way that they operate on YouTube, stop paying attention to them. I said this before, I'm repeating myself, but I am at Davison Video everywhere. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. My main channel is youtube.com/DavisonVideo1. I am Davison Video on Twitter. Please like me there or follow me there. I am Davison Video on Snapchat. And I have a Patreon where you can pay $10 a month to see my content that's mostly uncensored, but there will be other content that's available that's exclusive there for my paid people only. And I'm also on Vimeo, and I will soon have rentals on Vimeo, on vimeo.com/Davison on Video, or Davison Video. Davison on Video. Yeah, I should have called myself Davison on Video. I'm also probably getting a little hungry, but I'm not going to eat much tonight. And no, I did not gain weight. Okay, so I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.